Hello and welcome to Herbal Expeditions. As we dive deep into the world of herbs and aromatherapy, our host certified aromatherapist Ms. Shunda Bertrand, she is passionate about sharing her knowledge and expertise with herbal enthusiasts like you. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, we'll guide you through the process of planting, growing, and preparing your own herbs. And when it comes to aromatherapy, Shunda will help you discover the incredible benefits of using essential oils for your mind, body, and soul. So tune in and let's embark on this herbal adventure together.
Please join us in welcoming Ms. Shunda Bertrand as she enlightens us on aromatherapy and the wonders of the plant kingdom.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's show. I sincerely appreciate Word on the Streets for allowing me the opportunity to share with you tonight's show, 4,000 Years of Myrrh, from Pharaohs to First Aid. Welcome to Herbal Expedition, where we explore all things gardening, herbs, and aromatherapy. In this episode of Herbal Expedition, we delve into the ancient and fascinating world of myrrh, a resin revered for over 4,000 years. Building on last week's exploration of frankincense, we uncover the profound history, uses, and significance of myrrh in cultures from Egypt to China. Discover how the resin is harvested, its role in spiritual and medicinal practices, and its therapeutic properties, especially in aromatherapy for respiratory health, wound care, and mental clarity. Additionally, listeners will learn how to create a unique linen spray to support respiratory health and support relaxation. Before we get started, I'd like to provide a disclaimer. I am not a licensed healthcare professional. Information that you receive here is for educational purposes only and based on my personal experience and training. On this channel, we do not treat, cure, or diagnose. You are strongly encouraged to do your own research on the topics discussed here. As always, you are advised to discuss any new herbal regimen with your doctor, especially if you are pregnant, nursing, or taking any prescription medication. We're going to get started with 3 aromatic fun facts. Before we get there, I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Shunda Bertrand, and if it is your first time joining me, thank you so much. And to those of you who have listened before, thank you for coming back. So here are some fun facts about myrrh. Myrrh has been historically used to disinfect wounds, reduce swelling, and speed up the healing process. Ancient Greek physicians such as Hippocrates prescribed myrrh for wounds and infections, while Roman soldiers carried it as part of their first aid kits. For me, that was really fascinating to find out that it was actually a part of a soldier's first aid kit. Modern studies suggest that myrrh contains compounds with anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties, supporting its traditional medicinal uses. Let's go a little deeper into this oil that we have in focus today. The name myrrh comes from the Arabic word myrrh, meaning bitter, referring to the resin's taste. Myrrh essential oil is derived from the resin of trees in the genus Commiphora, primarily Commiphora myrrha. These trees are native to northeastern Africa and parts of the Arabian Peninsula. In its ancient history, myrrh is one of the oldest known aromatic substances used for over 4,000 years in medicine, spiritual rituals, and embalming practices. Its use spans across ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, India, and China. In ancient Egypt, myrrh was a key ingredient in embalming and mummification, as it was believed to purify and preserve the body for the afterlife. Myrrh was burned as an incense during religious rituals to honor the gods and purify sacred spaces. In some cultures, it was believed that myrrh helped to connect worshipers to God. Myrrh is famously mentioned in the Bible as one of the gifts the wise men gave to the infant Jesus, symbolizing suffering and sacrifice. It is also mentioned that in the Song of Solomon, it was one of the oils used in the preparation of a holy anointing oil. In Greek and Roman medicine, myrrh was used for treating wounds, infections, and inflammation. Hippocrates recommended myrrh for healing wounds and reducing pain. In Ayurvedic medicine, it has been used to treat digestive issues, respiratory problems, and arthritis. In traditional Chinese medicine, myrrh is used to move stagnant blood, alleviate pain, and reduce swelling. Myrrh resin was burned as an incense in temples, homes, and during funerals to purify and cleanse the space, ward off evil spirits, and connect to the divine in the Middle Eastern and African traditions. Myrrh's use in aromatherapy in modern day has been used for wound healing and skin care. Myrrh is an excellent antiseptic and promotes skin regeneration. It is used to treat cuts, scrapes, ulcers, and scars, helping wounds heal faster while reducing the risk of infection. It soothes chapped, cracked, or dry skin, making it ideal for lip balms, creams, and ointments. As far as respiratory health is concerned, you could use myrrh for steam inhalation to clear nasal congestion and sinus blockages. When diffused, myrrh essential oil purifies the air and provides relief from colds, coughs, and bronchitis by relaxing the respiratory system and easing breathing. Myrrh works for respiratory health in the following ways: as an expectorant, breaking down mucus and phlegm in the lungs, making it easier to expel; as an anti-inflammatory, myrrh reduces swelling in the airways, easing breathing. The antimicrobial properties help fight respiratory infection caused by bacteria, fungi, or viruses. The grounding aroma of myrrh helps to calm coughs and relaxes the respiratory system. Here are some very basic facts about myrrh essential oil. Myrrh essential oil has a warm, earthy, balsamic aroma with a slightly smoky, spicy, and resinous undertone. Its scent is grounding, rich, and meditative, often evoking a sense of deep connection and stillness. Myrrh essential oil is typically ranges in color from golden yellow to rich amber with darker shades leaning towards brown, depending on the resin source and the distillation method. Over time, it can thicken and darken due to its resinous nature. Myrrh is considered a base note, often used to anchor and deepen more volatile top notes in aromatic blends. It has a medium to strong fragrance. Its aroma lingers, making it a powerful base note in perfumery. Myrrh resin is obtained by making small incisions in the bark of the Commiphora tree. The tree exudes a sticky, amber-colored sap, which hardens into resin tears over time. The resin is collected by hand after it has dried and hardened. I have some myrrh resin here tonight that I'm going to just open and take a little out just so that you can see what a tear looks like. Here is let's see, there we go, a myrrh resin tear. This is a bigger piece. Usually, like if I'm going to use it in an incense, I'm going to break it up. I usually use a mallet and kind of break it up some so that it burns easier and so that I get more bang for my buck. Myrrh essential oil has a low yield compared to the raw resin, contributing to its high value. In aromatherapy, it is also used for emotional and energetic qualities. It is considered warming, but with cooling effects on inflammation. It has a drying effect, helpful for balancing excess dampness or stagnation in the body. In other application, to complement myrrh's depth and amplify its properties, it may be paired with some of the following herbs for loose incense. It can be mixed with sage for cleansing and purifying. Rosemary adds a sharp herbal scent and enhances memory and purifies. Or lavender, which adds a calming floral note to myrrh's resinous aroma. Some other medicinal applications of myrrh include myrrh resin being dissolved in alcohol to create a tincture used to treat mouth ulcers, gum disease, sore throats, and digestive issues. I've seen myrrh often used to make like different mouthwashes if you have maybe a gum infection or something like that. Myrrh resin can be ground into a fine powder and used in herbal medicine, often mixed with other ingredients for topical wound care or internal use. But I will advise that if you're going to use it internally, you better seek the professional to help guide you with the use of that internally. Myrrh resin is sometimes steeped in water to make an infusion or decoction for antiseptic gargles or external wound cleaning. Myrrh resin can be infused into carrier oils like jojoba or almond oil for use in therapeutic massage, especially to relieve muscle pain or reduce inflammation. This week, I have crafted another unique blend that may be helpful for calming coughs and relaxing the respiratory system after a long day. So, in tonight's show, I'm going to do linen spray. And the name of the spray. So what you'll need for this linen spray will be an empty spray bottle. So I have a spray bottle here at the top is just next to me. You will need either witch hazel or you can use vodka. Uh, for me tonight, I am using 190 proof vodka, which means it's about 95% alcohol. And this is just so that the spray lasts longer because anytime you're using water, you have a chance of it bacteria developing in your product. So I use that to give a longer shelf life. If you don't have 190 proof vodka or witch hazel, something else that you might want to use is isopropyl alcohol. But if you do that, you want to get the one that is like at least 91% isopropyl. And the other ingredients that will be in the linen spray tonight will be eucalyptus essential oil, lavender essential oil, some water. Other things that you may need or find helpful would be the use of a funnel. So I always like to give my viewers an opportunity to see the oils as I use them. So in tonight's recipe, I'm going to be using about 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters of water. As far as the alcohol is concerned, the vodka, I have about 4 teaspoons, which is about 20%, because typically, if you're using alcohol as a preservative, when you're making a water-based solution, you're going to want about 20% of the solution to be alcohol. So about, for this particular recipe, is going to be about 4 teaspoons. In tonight's recipe, I'm going to use about, I think it's, let me double check the amount of drops. I think I used 10 drops of the myrrh. Yes, 10 drops of the myrrh essential oil. So I'm going to put the drops in here where you can see them. I just like for you to see the color of the oils. And myrrh is very resinous and it takes a long time to drop out of the bottle. So therefore tonight I just used the pipette to make it a little bit quicker for the show. So I need 10 drops. That was 10. We are going to do about 10 drops of eucalyptus. As you know, eucalyptus is always really good for opening up air passages. And then we will use about 5 drops of lavender essential oil. And of course, lavender is always good for relaxation. And what I like about this blend is that if you have been congested and have phlegm and your respiratory system is a bit irritated or inflamed, the lavender will help you to relax. So we're going to do about 5 drops of lavender. I have a glass stir rod. I'm just going to kind of stir so that I get my oils to mix well with the alcohol. And typically, if I wasn't doing this for a show, I might let this sit for a little bit so that they are well blended. But since I'm doing this for a show tonight, I'm going to go ahead and place this inside of my amber spray bottle. And you might ask, why amber? Amber really protects your essential oils and helps them to have a longer shelf life. And so if I'm using essential oils, I do prefer to use glass and amber as well. I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And then I am going to top this off with distilled water. And I have, this should hold about 3.4 ounces. Fill it just about to the neck of the jar which that's what I have done. Screw the top on and give it a shake so that I blend. And I would advise that you shake this before using it each time to make sure that the oil and the water is well blended. The other part of this is you want to do this a test on your sheets or your linens to make sure that it isn't going to stain. If you have something like satin or silk, I wouldn't advise that you use this on that type of fabric. And then you would just lightly spritz like your pillow. It smells really nice, but you lightly spritz your pillow. And I've done this with the inside of my pillow and then putting the pillowcase over it. It's your linens where you're going to be sleeping. As I stated earlier, it is antimicrobial. It helps to help your respiratory passages to relax, and the added touch of the lavender really helps you to relax. The expectorant properties of the eucalyptus as well as the myrrh all work synergistically to help you to relax and get a better night's sleep, as well as being an expectorant, helping with the cough and the congestion. I also have a loose incense recipe that I'll be releasing a video later this week, probably this weekend, showing a loose incense, because I think people really enjoyed seeing the blend that I did last week with the loose incense. So please be looking out on the channel for that. I really hope that you have enjoyed tonight's show. Thank you so much for coming on this aromatic journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep blending, and keep enjoying the healing power of nature's gifts. Stay grounded and stay inspired. I'll see you on next week.
Thank you for tuning in to Herbal Expeditions. Remember to set your clock for 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every Thursday.